Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Ah, everything's fine.
Nice, nice.
And yourself?
I'm pulling up your game now. I see that you're 1100 MMR and you play carry and you've submitted an Ursa game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Sounds like you play anywhere from 0 to 20 hours a week and you've been playing for quite some time, about 10 years.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I had a few. Uh, how does it? I don't know how to say. I play a long time, but it's not that
Consistent?
much of a. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I let it stay.
Gotcha. So there's times where you didn't play all that much here and there?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you. And we're gonna watch the replay together. But my goal for today's session that I always try to give people is my
Yeah.
goal is to send you off with a bunch of shit that's gonna or a few shits and whatever it ends up being. That is
Yeah.
meant to give you 1% improvement. So it's meant to be questions you can ask yourself, things you haven't thought about before, where with simple reps of asking yourself the same question every game, thinking about these things that you
Yeah.
haven't thought about before, you'll be able to self improve. Any
Yeah.
questions or comments about that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
That's all clear.
What would you view as a success for this session?
Oh, I don't know. It would be nice if I would be any better after the session. So a bit of self, uh, uh, self reflection.
Sure.
Um, yeah, I think the early game is most of the time not the best part of mine. And yeah, I have a few ticks with the winter update. So some of the time I'm very uh shit uh not not focused.
Hey, why are you not
So
focused?
uh there are some few little things. So the snowmans that I can place, the little things I just find funny. So and that's a big problem.
I see.
But yeah.
Okay. I wanted to watch your entire laning phase through to just give you a few pointers.
Yep. Yeah.
I guess my first question is, I'm noticing that you don't queue up items in your quick buy. What's your thoughts behind that?
Yeah. I don't do that because I have most of the time I have a strict buying buying circle what I have to buy. Um, I I I'm not really, yeah, I don't think about that what I buy because it's most of the time always the same, and sometimes I forget it easily, and it's kind of a routine with Ursa that, yeah, I don't know, it's always the same.
I see. So, for me, there's like layers of every skill in the game of Dota 2, and I think customizing your items and adjusting from game to game, it's a skill in of itself. But for me, the most important skill is buying items when we have gold for them, and it makes sense in the lane.
Yeah.
So, like, for instance, for me, a big part of laning is to
Yeah.
do some sort of check-in when I get a kill.
Okay.
So like at this exact moment, like this is eventually going to end here. Whatever's happening, like you got to kill, play's over now. There's like
Yeah.
a check-in of how much gold, how much resources, what's going on here. So for me, the reason why putting items in your quick buy is so important is because for this check-in to be faster, we need to have the item already on our screen. So like say you're going to buy boots first every single game, then
Yeah.
you would check in right here. You would buy the boots, know that you need a set of tangos or salve. You end up flying yourself a set of tangos, but you'd buy the boots right now. You'd queue up the tango or salve, and then whatever one you think is more appropriate. And then the second you got 590 gold, that would fly out to you. Like that's what would happen
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what ends up
Yeah.
happening is you play the next 30 seconds of the lane with 550 floating gold and no HP. And that's what I want to avoid happening. Like, my goal for you would be that you had boots bought, tangos literally bought right now, and they're already now flying to you at this exact moment. That's what I would want from you. And then we end up flying ourselves tangos and not buying the boots, which, if you're telling me you buy the same items every game, it's interesting that you didn't buy the boots. Like, that's what mattered to me. Out of everything I was watching in this lane, I'm like, why did he not buy any items?
Yeah. I don't know either.
So, I'll just say as a coach, no, if you were to tell me you're buying the same items every game, I'd say great. Now put them in your quick buy.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's a big thing because it's like it's like going to the grocery store and you're supposed to buy 15 things and you just never write them down. And you're just at the grocery store and you're like, what were the 15 things? This was number 12. I've got 2 more things. What are they? And you could have just brought a list. So it's like
Yeah.
for me,
That's good.
for me, it's like you can remember to buy boots every game, or you can just have them on your screen.
Yeah. I get it.
So, for you, what I want, I think for our session, I never know exactly. It sometimes changes over the course of the session. Let's effectively write some stuff down.
Okay.
In the game.
Yeah.
So first one is quick buying every item that you are going to purchase. You are going to purchase. This prevents floating 500 gold in lane. Like that's what we're trying to avoid happening. Because right now your net worth is 900 and you're not using 530 of it.
Okay. Yeah.
500 net worth in lane. Like bonus tidbit, check items or check gold for items and resource count after getting a kill.
Okay. Yeah.
These are all going to be notes sent to you on Discord. I'll actually go ahead and send that message now so you can see what I typed out. This is your biggest thing for the lane, because a lot of stuff is there's always things that could be better, but for me, this was the glaring problem in your laning phase. Your guys were getting some kills, which is great.
Yeah.
CSing was decent. You're clearly trying to be aggressive with your Lich. I guess I'm curious about the overpower second level. Is this standard for you, or is that a misclick?
No, that is a bit of a variable, but if I want to fight, then I go for the second level, and if I go more defense, then I go more on Fury swipes.
Interesting. I can see that. I personally think that Fury Swipes level 2 is just like super strong. It's 8 damage on every attack, and it also makes the reset time significantly better, going from 8 to 12. But I see your reasoning, so I'm not upset about the reasoning. Like, I personally would choose Fury Swipes, but I see what you're going for.
Yeah.
I know we have a 60-minute game, so I'm going to kind of look for like 1 or 2 core things at each stage of your game for you.
Yeah, that's good.
I guess my question is, do you usually buy Broadsword before Cornucopia?
Yeah.
I think the core... Go ahead.
That's because of the quick buy. Mostly of the time, I do the quick buy, and then the broadsword is always before the others.
Interesting. So you do quick buy for the rest of the game, but you don't do it in lane.
Yeah, sometimes I forget it.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is you can spend 2 weeks, 3 weeks with the sole mission to have every single item you quick buy and buy them in the right order. And so for me, what I do is this, like, look at the way my items are set up. I notice this stuff happening, so I put the item ahead of the big item in my shop. See this?
Yeah.
So, like, this is I mean, this build kind of needs some updating, to be honest. But, like, the idea that, like, this is before this is for this reason. The same idea as, like, if you queue up treads, you'll see the Glove of Haste first. But, like, I put the Band of Elven Skin in case I want to buy that first. So, like, that's why it's right here. So, for me, I want you to buy I would want you to tell me that you think Broadsword is better than Cornucopia, and that's why you bought it. Because for me, it's you're trading 8 damage for 2 mana regen and health regen. Like, in the early game, regen's really good, right? So...
Yeah, I don't thought about that.
Yeah, well, which part did you not think about?
The different stats. I don't know. It wasn't a big of a deal when if the broadsword comes first, because I don't know, maybe on my MMR you don't feel it like that, and maybe that's the reason.
Yeah, so I'm just giving you how I approach coaching, okay? So I think that there is this element of, like, things will get punished more the higher MMR you go, right? But in my experience, the reason that people get stuck where they are, whether it's at 1K, 2K, 6K, doesn't matter where they get stuck. The reason that they get stuck is I'll watch their gameplay and I'm going to tell them something that I think is really important that they're not valuing. And sometimes it's because they're valuing something else that's also important, but maybe they're missing this other thing. Like, there's a lot of reasons that can happen. So what I don't necessarily want people to do is to have to be punished to, like, do the better thing. Like, it makes sense that that's how people work. Like, that, like, we all, like, get more stimulated by pain than pleasure. Like, that's biological. But when I look at, like, what I'm going for with your item purchases is I want you to be conscious about your item purchases. I don't care which one you end up buying, But I can tell you over time, you will become way better at buying items if just every single item you normally buy right now, say your build on Ursa, is the exact fucking same, but you consciously decide which component of Phase Boots you buy first, which component of Battle Fury you buy first, and why. You know, why I'm going, like, in the bigger scheme of things, am I going to go Basher or BKB first? Why?
Yeah.
Like, but consciously choosing not which items, but what order you buy them. Because BKB is more of like a team fight survivability item, and Basher's more of a pick-off item. And there's like no way in fuck the game looks the exact same at 20 minutes when you were to buy that item. There's no way the game looks the exact same every game, right? So we want to be consciously asking ourselves the question, what's going on here with the game? So what item makes sense for me here? But it starts with components of items. So that's why I say in the laning phase and your first big item, it's really important. Like for certain heroes, the Glove of Haste of Maelstrom makes sense to buy first. For other heroes, the Javelin makes sense to buy first. It just depends. And it really like comes down to like that decision may seem trivial, but if you make that decision 1,000 times, it's forcing you to understand your hero in a way that you've never thought about before. Why does this hero go Glove of Haste over Javelin? Oh, he has built-in attack speed. Like something like, you know, Weaver might go Javelin because he has a double proc attack. Wind Ranger would probably go Javelin over Glove of Haste because of Focus Fire. Like these are just examples. But a hero like Muerta would probably rather go Glove of Haste over Javelin. I'm just giving examples. So I'm just gonna put on your notes, consciously deciding the order in which components you buy items, as well as the order that you buy bigger items. Don't worry about changing your items. You can feel free to build the exact same items every game. We're just talking about the order. We're adding one layer of complexity to what you're doing. Okay, we're gonna fast forward. Any questions about that?
No.
Cool. I know it's kind of awkward, but you're always welcome to let me know if something's not helping you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. What is your reason for TPing top right now?
I don't know. The reason, maybe because it's my lane.
No, I'm laughing. I need to go back and find the last two people I've coached because I've been in this scenario now 3 carry coaching sessions in a row where they do this TP and I ask, why are you going there? And they say, because it's my lane. So I predicted in my head that you were going to say, because it's my lane. You've actually inspired me. I just need to quickly take note of this. I need to go find the other 2 replays of the guys saying this because we're making a video out of this. And you're going to be starred. You're going to be starring in a video.
Okay.
And this is, let me just see. This is 19 minutes. 19 minutes into the coaching session and 10 minutes into replay. Okay. Would you like to elaborate on that? Otherwise, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Firstly, I don't know. It's my lane. I need Battle Fury to farm quick. So I try to go on my usual lane to kill the creeps. Maybe push with the team the tower down.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so you're telling me your motivation is because I need Battle Fury and to farm more creeps, right?
Yeah.
So with that logic, we would go to the area of the map with the most creeps. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would.
There's 4 creeps with 0 heroes here.
Yep.
You know? And so then Sniper, like, maybe pushes this lane into us, and then we leave. But, like, when I look at this, how many creeps do we hit when we TP to this lane?
Yeah, no, nothing.
Like, let's just watch the next, like, you know, minute. So you TP'd here at about 10 minutes, and we've killed 3 creeps. Fights are great and all, but we get out of lower MMRs by having a lot of CS.
Yeah.
So I want you to know, like, we're now just watching. How long does it take us to hit creeps? That was like 40 seconds of walking from here back to here with no creeps. Right? And so I'm trying to draw attention to how your decisions play out. Because it's hard to see this. It's hard to be like, that TP is going to turn into this. So that's why I asked, like, why did you TP here? Right? So, so what the video is literally going to say, I'm spoiling you on, like, what a video is here. Abandon the idea that there is your lane. Okay? This exists for, like, 6 minutes. Like, max. Okay? Like, at that point, gender is fluid. I mean, lanes are fluid. I'm kidding. So, this exists for, like, 6 minutes. After that point, we're now, like, what are we trying to do? Majority of games, we are trying to get creeps. So the order of priority for carry players is farm creeps, then kill heroes, right? Like, that's the order of priority for the majority of the game, right? So priority is farm creeps more than heroes at this stage, right? Early on in the game. Like, this isn't talking about, like, you know, it's 60 minutes. We're not going to prioritize farming creeps. I mean, some people will. But so priority is farm creeps more than heroes at this stage. Any TP you make, anywhere you go, ask yourself the question: is this where I will get the most creeps?
Okay, yeah.
It's that simple, but there is a lot of complexity to it. Like, what I'm now opening is, there's now 3 lanes for you to go to. There's a bunch of jungle creeps you might hit. There's a bunch of different fucking options here, right? But it's more so, we just want you operating under, I'm trying to hit some creeps. So, like, I would want you in your future games to be respawning here. And you can start with your lane. Like, where you're like, like, in an ideal world, you get to return to your lane, right? That's an ideal world. I would want you watching this game while you're dead. I'd want you scanning and be like, where am I going to get the most creeps? So, like, if I were you, because Sniper's respawning and he's probably going to TP mid and that hero pushes lanes, I'm going to TP right here, kill this jungle camp, and then pick the wave up once Sniper's pushed it into me. That's what I would do. But that's because I've had 100,000 iterations of how do I get the most creeps here. So I'm able to think of hero matchups, who pushes lanes, which lanes pushed into me, where I want to go. There's like a bajillion factors here, right? I don't want you to know all those. I don't expect you to know all those. But I expect your decisions at 10 minutes with what lane you TP and stuff to say, I confidently believe at this point I will get the most creeps here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then if you still make these TPs, that's fine. But I would hope, like, I want you to assess your map placement based on how many creeps do I get to hit. And the only exception to this is when you're in a really bad game and there's literally no fucking creeps to hit and you gotta, like, run at some people. But that's the only exception, and that's like 5% of games. So I don't tend to worry about those. That's like a very small percentage of games. And we're trying to avoid this type of stuff. where we're like walking all the way around 40 seconds of no hitting
Yeah, of
creeps.
course.
That's what we're trying to
Just
avoid.
time wasting.
Yeah. We want that fucking battle fury because, like you said, we want to hit more. We want to hit creeps to get an item so we can hit more creeps. That's the goal. That's the dream.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you TP back. Oh no!
Ah.
Oh no! Yeah, so in this case, the most creeps were around here, and we could have like been farming the neutrals with these creeps as well. But yeah, we TP back to safe lane. In general, a good rule of thumb is away from teammates is more creeps. Generally speaking.
Okay.
Or at least away from enemies. I'll put here, like, general rule of thumb. Away from heroes means more creeps. That's because enemies aren't threatening to kill you and allies aren't taking the creeps. So. Okay, so we... You're now like my third student who's been really glued to the lane, so we're kind of having to like open up the whole new world for you guys. We got to do the Aladdin for you. The whole world to explore here. Okay. Okay. So, once we get to like 15 minutes and you have your jungling item.
Yep.
15 minutes plus. You have your jungling item. I want you to think how many other heroes could be taking this farm. How many of your teammates can farm a creep wave near your tier 2 tower? How many of them could do that?
Yeah, now at the moment, 2 when they're nearby.
What I'm trying to say is at any moment somebody on your team could TP mid wave and clear it. How many of your teammates can jungle these camps up here? Like potentially, like they
also everyone.
It's technically Axe and SF. Like Lich doesn't efficiently jungle, and like Ogre, you know, like
yeah, sure not, yeah.
Your supports aren't gonna do that. What I'm trying to say is I'm now thinking about, okay, where are my teammates likely gonna go? Like sometimes you'll have support players farming back here, but it's not happening very often. And so I'm trying to maximize the amount of farm everyone's getting here. So I'm trying to get you away from your teammates, but you're against Spirit Breaker, so you can't really show on lanes by yourself, but you should be, that's what the corners of the map are for. The map is like fucking huge nowadays. There's no reason to be near our team at 15 minutes with a Battle Fury. We can just be up here. Farm that camp, this camp, pick up the wave under our tower here. And I want you to see how often you're with your team a lot. Like an Ogre could have been hitting that. Now we're like splitting farm with an SF. I want you to go top right now. But then you walk back towards your team and we're all splitting creeps. We're all stuck together. All very stuck. We're step broing each other right now. Okay. Your benefit past 6 minutes until fight ready, okay? Until you're like really fight ready, like Blink Basher or Blink BKB or something.
Yep.
Until fight ready. So example, Blink Basher / BKB Ursa. Your motto past 6 minutes. I am allergic to teammates. They have cooties, and I avoid at all costs. Only with teammates, if no other options. So in all of these cases in the last 3 minutes that I've been watching, I would want you to watch back through this replay and try to list off all of the other places you could have been that is not right next to your team. And what I'm trying to say is that if you're with your team, I want that to be a conscious statement that I think there's nowhere else to go. There is not a single other creep camp or creep wave that I can farm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Any questions about that?
No, absolutely not.
Are you enjoying this? Is that like a grin or what is this?
No,
You
I'm enjoying it. Of course.
you sounded like you were smiling. I don't know.
Yeah, I am.
Not allowed to smile. This is serious stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Fucking diving tier 2s at 18 minutes. So, like, this whole thing here, are we fight ready yet? No. If we're with our team, what do our teammates think about us if we're with them?
That we're fight ready.
Yeah. Because why else would we be with them, right?
Yeah,
so your teammates are going to think you're going to fight. So I gave you 2 here. You're allergic to teammates until fight ready. You know why that's so powerful? You now need to consciously decide if you're fight ready.
Yeah.
And so I don't want my blinkless Battle Fury Ursa fighting them under their tier 2s. Like if we did the hypothetical here, where else on the map could you be right now? You could TP here and farm these. You could TP here and farm these. You could TP here and farm these. You could TP here and farm this. You could farm all these. Like 9 options. So then we're just like, is this the best use of FaZe Boots Battle Fury? 25 gold from Blink.
Really.
No. So
no.
We know you know that, but we now need to make you conscious of it in your games. That's the point of the coaching session. No fun. I'm kidding. So in this case, we look at the map. We're respawning. Let's quiz time it up here. Where would you like to go that's allergic to teammates right now? Most farm near least amount of people.
Mid or top camps. Maybe.
Sweet. Maybe so like TP here and go here?
Yeah.
Cool. So you'd already do it better in the future. Nailed it. Top camps would be fine too. I think the mid is like slightly better, but like top would work. We TP'd near teammates. Now we're fighting them for some reason, which means we're not hitting creeps. It all starts with your TPs, I think. So like in this case, you have 2 options here. I reround too much. Okay, we're still allergic to teammates. If you have a blink, you could potentially fight, so you want to have a TP available, but you still don't go towards your team, okay?
Yeah.
So in this case, because you're losing, if you're ahead, maybe you play around your playmaker. I should correct that. If losing, but capable of helping, you look to TP to team. If winning and capable of helping, you play around who you think makes plays. So who would that be in this game? Who makes plays for your team?
Sniper. As for my team.
Yeah.
For my team, SF.
So there's 2 things that are required for killing somebody effectively. Do you know what they are?
Not now.
You want to guess?
No, I will let it.
Okay.
I will let it stay that way.
Okay. There's 2 things required to kill somebody effectively: stuns and damage.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
So what part of that are you?
Damage.
Okay. Who on your team stuns them?
X or Lich.
Perfect. Axe. So when you're thinking about who on your team makes plays, stuns plus damage.
Yeah, then X, me, SF.
Yeah, so the thing is that I'm talking about your hero here. We're just talking about, like, the thing is that your SF can also contribute to Axe. So it's like, for instance, Axe plus SF, that's a duo. Like, Axe plus you, that's a duo. Like, Axe plus Lich plus Ogre, probably enough, but it's not ideal because you're missing like the 2 main damage dealers in your smokes and stuff. So
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, so my point about this is that I first said you're allergic to your teammates. That's like minute 7 through minute 15. You are trying to avoid them at all costs as a carry player.
Yeah.
Around 15 to 20 minutes, you're going to get that blink dagger. And suddenly you're capable of helping, but you still don't want to. Do you see what I mean? Like, you'd still rather hit creeps. So what that means is if you're ahead, you can look to play near axe on the map. You don't have to, but you can look to. And if you're behind, you can be allergic to your teammates still, but be ready to TP towards them. So in this moment, if I'm looking at the map right now and I'm allergic to my teammates, I'm just going to think about what would my actions be, right? So I'm going to go left to the camp here. I'm going to go to this one right here. Yeah. That's like allergic to teammates. So we do that. Fantastic. And then if I'm continuing to be allergic, I'm going to go here. Oh, we're not going there. We're walking back towards our teammates now. And now we're sharing farm with SF underneath the tier 2. And instead of being here, getting farm, we're now hanging out with our team. The rule about this is you just walked all the way from here to here. You could have TP'd to here. So I'm trying to draw awareness to if you walk towards your teammates, you just traverse the entire map, and that's what TPs are for. So what happened is, instead of getting all of these creeps with next wave, with these next 2 camps, that's like 19 CS. How many did we get after we walked right? We had 140 after we walked right. We got 3. So if you had gotten 19 CS and TP'd, God tier play.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so you like your teammates a lot. This is not like carry players don't often have this problem. Usually people complain about the guy hanging out by themselves all game. It's a balancing act. And notice how I said like 7 to 15, you're allergic to them. Yeah. Like 15 to 20, you're like now considering how do I play around them a little bit, but still farm. It's like now that I have Blink Basher, it's like, okay, where do we make plays on the map? It's like, once I have BKB, how do we force fights? Like, you know, it kind of like ramps up more and more towards fighting. So this is good. You guys are going to take Roche. Very Ursa things. Yeah, so we're just hanging out with our team a lot. I've got a quiz for you. This is setting you up for failure, but it's fun for me, so I apologize. How often should Ursa be hitting buildings?
Not often?
Yeah. The answer for me is like 1% of the game. If your team is going to push, your job is to be over here blinking on this guy.
Okay. Yeah, I done that because I thought I have Aegis, and when I pull aggro and then start the fight, I don't know.
That's the thing. You're correct. You have Aegis be aggro. Yeah. What does Ursa do when he's being aggro? He blinks on top of people and kills them instantly. What is the hardest part about blinking on top of somebody and killing them instantly is when they see you.
Yes.
Makes it very difficult to blink on people when they see you. Because they can hit you with nukes, they can avoid you. So that's why Ursa is an off-map hero. That's what I call him, off-map. The only time he shows himself to the opponent is for 2 seconds to kill a creep wave with his Battle Fury, or when he's killing them.
Yeah.
Ursa equals off-map hero. If you are looking to be strong, that means you are a threat. Off-map looking to kill people. Not take towers. Once you kill people, Like, if you had flanked behind and, like, killed this sniper, then sure, go hit the building. So earlier I said, you only go to your teammates if there's nothing to farm. You only hit buildings if there's no one to kill. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
Cool. We're ordering your operations here. If you were like a troll warlord, sure, man, hit that building. So, like, I don't mind that you're forcing this play. You're right. We're strong. I've got an Aegis. Let's go force a play. Now, don't hit the building. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay? So, what does our hero do when we're strong? Enemy's dead. What do we want to do? We want to be off map, hitting some creeps. Go hit some creeps. We don't want to be hitting buildings. Stop it with the buildings. You're as Ursa. As Ursa. You are allergic to buildings. You may ask, but BSJ, I took the tier 2 tower. I ask, I took 4 of them are dead. How many creeps did I miss? That's what Dota's about. Dota, everything you do is to hit more fucking creeps. And I ask, did that tier 2 tower allow you to hit more creeps? If the answer is no, then you shouldn't have taken it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I shouldn't have taken it.
Fantastic. So the way Dota works is that people get items and levels. Over time, they kill creeps faster and faster. So then, at the end of a minute, there will come times where there's no creeps left. And then they kill buildings.
Yeah.
The only exception to that is this tower, this tower, this tower, and this tower. Because those towers significantly expand the amount of area you can farm. Like, if I'm if I'm Radiant and I kill this tower, I now feel good about farming these 2 camps, and it's really hard to gank me on these 2 camps.
Yeah.
This tower doesn't really change anything. If I'm Dire, I still could farm here if I wanted to, and I still could farm these if I wanted to. It's not changing anything. There's no, like, camps that this exposes. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so that's why this tower and these 2 towers are still important because of the rune control. But that's, like, the one exception because the runes are so powerful. But, yeah, so we're getting you allergic to towers. We understand creeps. Have you ever seen, like, the cheerleading movies?
Maybe.
I want you to be like, creeps, that's our man. If we can't kill them, then no one can. You know, something like that. Go creeps.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, right now, instead of this tier 2, I want you TPing mid and killing this wave. Finishing your BKB. So this game ends up going 60 minutes. I saw that. It's interesting. Carry players, there's 2 extremes. Being with your team all the time and never being with your team. I would say, like, there's a perfect balance in the middle. Your MMR is determined by how far away from that balance you are. There's, like, a perfect balance of how often I'm supposed to be with my team and not with my team. Some carry players are, like, never with their team. The thing is, if this is a sliding scale of the percentage of the game that you're supposed to be with your team, say 0 to 100, for carries, it's probably correct to be with your team approximately 15 to 20% of the game. So, in my opinion, that is what explains why people who go to the extreme of never being with their teammates will still be like 4K, 5K. Because they're still close to the right answer by 15%, but there's a big skill gap between 0% with your team and 15%. Do you see what I mean? Like, but if there's someone like your sake where you're caught in the 1100 bracket, it's probably because you're with your team about 70% of the game. And I need it to be like 15. So every percent that you lower it without going too far, you're going to nail it. Like, that's just going to be your MMR. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So, your goal I've concluded my lessons I'm giving you today. I have the notes for you. I think the biggest takeaway that I have for you is to consider, once it's like 7 minutes in, how do I stay away from my team to hit as many creeps as possible? If we can get that going, I think you'll drastically improve. We don't need to worry about changing our items. We only need to worry about consciously buying the components in the order that we want them. Do you have any questions or making clarifications you would like to have for our session today?
Okay, the first thing is it's I don't it's crazy how much it helped now, just the little things. So when I don't see the farm on the bottle lane when I'm tipping top, and I don't know, I don't thought about that, and but it's it's much more important than I ever thought. So that's the only thing. I don't really have questions. It's just it opened my eyes.
That's awesome, man. That sounds like a win. That sounds like
Yeah, it is.
sounds like we got something good done here then. I guess, I mean, for me, I always call that just, that sounds like empowerment. Sounds like you have a good sense of where you're supposed to go from here. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, sure, sure.
Sweet, man. I mean, that for me is the best compliment you can give me. So that's awesome, man. Anything else from you? Anything else you'd like to say?
No, not really.
Cool, man. I enjoyed the session. I had fun. Good vibes.
Yeah, me too.
Sweet, man. See you around. Have a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep.